Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi Podcast. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. Notary Educators, LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Tune in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast and subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi's YouTube channel also for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
Welcome to Notary Life with Kimmi / Notary Educators, where I am your number one notary educator nationwide. How's it going, guys? Welcome. So we are going to hop right into it, and I want to today we're talking about apostilles. Doing a couple housekeeping things right quick while we wait. So this is going to be a full-blown apostille training. I have one that I'm actually getting ready to take to the Secretary of State here in Georgia, Clark County office, because there's several levels. We'll talk about that shortly. And I want to do it live with you to the best of my ability, because I got some stuff is sensitive, so I just can't show you. But I'm going to talk it through where you'll be able to get it. You know how I teach. So no worries, no worries. Doing a couple of things here on YouTube right quick. Hey, welcome. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Afrika. Lisa, your website looked amazing, girl. Love the pics. I would just add, like I was telling you, Lisa's in mentorship. I would just add a few pictures of you at your card showing that you're mobile. Because, and I'll talk about mentorship later, but I really want to focus on this apostille training right quick. Which is also in the mentorship program, but this is for people who may not know anything about the apostille business and how lucrative it can be. So yeah, Lisa, add some pictures though to your of you outside, because when I look at that, I see, okay, she might be remote. You know, I want to make sure they understand what you're doing. Afrika, what you been up to? Hey, welcome. Yep. So hey guys, we got a few people. The rest will have to go back because I have to get down to this apostille job. Oh, you're welcome. I know you're doing everything we say, and that's the thing. I can tell when people are doing what we encourage them to do, because you get to run your business how you want to run your business. But when you do exactly step by step what we tell you, it works. It really does. It really does. So what is an apostille? Let's get into this training. An apostille is a document leaving the United States going to another country that needs a higher level of authentication. Now, when you call your Secretary of State office, they are going to say, oh, Afrika, great, we'll look for you, okay? When you call your Secretary of State office, guys, they're going to tell you notaries cannot do apostilles. Notaries cannot do apostilles. It happened to me 3 years ago. It happens to everybody. So if you just call them and say, hey, I want to do apostilles, they're going to say, click. Notaries can't do apostilles. And they are correct. Okay? The notary does not put the apostille seal on the document. We are the facilitator, okay? We are the facilitator. So that means that the client who needs the document, which I'm going to tell you this complete process, even what the phone call sounds like, the client that needed this process completed, they call me. I ask them certain questions, which I'm going to show you shortly. I ask them certain questions, and then they bring me the document, or I print the document for them. In this case, I printed it for them. I'm going to show you the document because it's in Spanish anyway. So that's a whole nother thing. If you are not if you're not offering translation services, you need to be offering translation services. Now, this document did not need to be translated, but if it did need to, I have a company that I work with, several that I can get it translated for my client. Okay, I even know a few people. But I don't typically use them. I typically use a company. Okay. So all that being said, let's get into step by step. So what does the phone call sound like when someone calls you to facilitate an apostille. And again, all of this is in our mentorship training. But for those of you who may not be in mentorship or ready for mentorship, and you want to do this, you don't even have to be a notary to be an apostille agent, facilitator, whatever word you want to insert. That's not a requirement. However, a word of caution is I'm going to encourage that you are a notary because the document has to be notarized. So why pay somebody else that money when you could be making it yourself? Okay. So let's start by, let me show you the document. So this is a poder generalissimo. Okay. General power of attorney. It's on legal size, as you can tell. It's going to Nicaragua. Okay. This particular document is going to Nicaragua. This is my notarization on the back. Okay. So I had to notarize this document. If I were not a notary already and I wanted to be an apostille facilitator, I would have to hire a notary to do the notarization part. So the document I printed for the client in this case. So I have a printer. I'm telling you, you better have your notepad out, okay? Have your notepad because I'm just dropping gems. You better be picking them up. So I have a printer. So I was able to print this legal size document for my client, okay? And make it look all nice and neat. All right. So this is legal. I also have legal size manila envelopes or folders, okay? So I'll give that to my client so it looks professional. So in this case, I went ahead and put a gold seal on it, okay? Just because I want to make it look pretty. Now you want to make sure this notarization block is filled out correctly, okay? If it's not filled out correctly on your document, it's going to be rejected. So always double check your work. And another reason you want to double check your work when you're doing apostilles is because this is going to the Secretary of State or whoever issued your certification to be a notary. So if your stuff is not right, they're going to know you don't know what you're doing out there, okay? So this is the document. Let's talk about what does the phone call look like right quick. So the client calls me. Thank you for calling None Better Notary. This is Kimberly. How may I help you? He was speaking Spanish. I speak a little. If not, they have a translator, they have friends, whatever. And he was like, I have a power of attorney that needs to go over to Nicaragua. Oh, you have a power of attorney. My next question to him would be, has it already been notarized? He was like, no, it has not. So let's just do the whole thing so you can hear it. And then we can talk about the whatever questions you have. Okay. Ring, ring, ring. Thank you for calling None Better Notary. This is Kimberly. How may I help you? Yes, I have a power of attorney that needs to be that needs to go over to Nicaragua, and I need it to be apostille. It's an apostille something word. Are you an apostille? Are you an apostle? And that's what they'll say, right? So, okay. So the document is going to Nicaragua. It needs to be notarized, and it needs to have an apostille placed on it, correct? Yes. Okay. And who are you giving the, who's going to be the person receiving it over in Nicaragua? I just like to know that. Oh, my cousin. I'm letting my cousin be the power of attorney for me. Oh, okay. Very good. My first question to the client is, has the document already been notarized, Senor Luis? And he's like, nope, has not been notarized. Oh, okay. So I'll be the notary. I already know that. Do you have the document with you? Is it already completely filled out? No. Oh, it's not. Well, Senor Luis, can you please fill out the document in its entirety? Then you can email it to me and then I can print it for you. Oh, you can print for me also? Yes, I can. So that's exactly what happened. I printed the document for him. He came, he signed it, I notarized it. Next step. There is a fee associated with this. I have my fee associated with it, like I mentioned in this video. I did not tell you yet. The thumbnail says it though. I made $225. One piece of paper. One. Now, you may say, well, Kim, why are you charging him $225 for one piece of paper? It's a lot involved. Now, the fee associated with this with the state of Georgia is $3. So I'm getting ready to print the document that needs to go to this, okay? So you don't just take this down there to the Secretary of State or your Clerk County and say, give me an apostille. No, there's a form that has to go with it. So I'm going to the website. I'm going to flip the camera so I can show you. Hold on. because I was going to go on a different app to do this, but I just didn't have time. So this is the website, okay? So Notary is an Apostille. So what I would do is go to the prepayment voucher. And I recommend doing this. You can pay there in person, but I always go there and I do this. I take it with me already. You can see I already been doing these. It's pre-filling, okay? So I go here and then I fill it out. And then there's going to be a drop down, okay? So you pick what kind of authentication. So this is going to be an apostille. I have one document. So how the document count works really quick is, for example, I have one page, right? Front and back, that's one document. But also, if that were another document within there, so this is a power of attorney. I'm going to turn the camera back for a minute. So this is a power of attorney that I have here in my hand. But let's just say that's one document. So let's say he had a medical power of attorney, a limited power of attorney, and then he had a will that he was sending over there. That's 3 different documents. So each one of those documents in my state is $3 to process. So that's $9. But in this case, he only has one. So you have to go to each state website. In Texas, the fee is going to be different. California, the fee is going to be different, okay? You can process apostilles nationwide, not just for your state, okay? Again, these documents are leaving the country. So here we go. Flipping it back. So we are doing one document, and this may not be crystal clear, but it's enough for you to see. Then there's going to be a drop down of the the countries, sorry. A drop down of the countries. So we have Albania, Angola, Armenia. All of these countries are what's called part of the Hague, okay? So this particular document is going to Nicaragua. We're going to go over here. All right. And then we're going to fill out, I'm going to come back over here. All right. So then we're going to fill out the rest of the information. Continue with the order. Okay. And then you have an option on the bottom here. Are you going to pick it up? Are you sending an envelope? How are you going to get this document back? Well, in my case, I'm going to walk it in. So it doesn't matter. That doesn't change the cost. And then you have a credit card. I usually have my business card, but my business card was compromised some kind of way. So I have to use my personal card. Not my preferred method, but it is what it is. So I'm just going to do that today. And so I paid a $3 fee, which I'm doing right now. And you put your card number in. Now let's go back to what the Hague country is too. So for those of you who do not know, there are different processes for different countries. So if your document that you're processing is part of the Hague country, just say you that's the easiest thing you're gonna ever do. Okay, easiest thing. So it's $3.11 because of course they charge tax. So I'm printing that. And I'm going to show you what I will have when I walk into the office, okay? And it's a process doing apostilles. Is it hard? No, once you kind of know what you're doing, right? Is it the easiest thing we do as notaries? No, it's not. Because if you don't get it right, it's going to be rejected. So now I'm printing the $3 form I'm taking to the government. Hold on. Here we go. Print, print, print. Watch it come out. Bam! There we go. So, take that out. So when I go down to the Georgia Clerk County office, which is where our apostilles start in the state of Georgia, I'm going to hand them the $3 prepaid voucher. I'm going to hand them the apostille, the document that needs to be apostilled, which is a power of attorney, okay? They do not like it in folders, so I have it looking all cute here. That's because I want to give it to my client like this, but they do not want it in the folder. She'll be like, can you take it out? Can you take it out the folder? So, okay, fine. So why do I charge $225, and how did it only take 15 minutes? As you can see, the document was already prepared. All I did was literally stamp my notarization, identify my client, follow my notary process. Now, why is it $225? Because now the fun part starts. when I had to print the document, I had to advise the client on what to do as far as the process, because they didn't know and they're not interested in knowing. Okay, let's be clear. Somebody will say, well, why are you charging them all that money? And it's only the piece of paper that go with it is only $3. Because the client doesn't want to do that. It's no different than you don't want to pick up your food from McDonald's and they charge you $20 when you can get a whole tank of gas for $20. Well, not a whole, but you can get at least a quarter of a tank. And gas is kind of dropping, so you might be able to get a half a tank, right? But Uber Eats, I just did it the other day, matter of fact. I got a small pizza, it was $30 almost, $30. The pizza itself, I think, was $17. The rest of it was junk fees. Because I didn't feel like going out. It was dark, it was cold, and I just didn't feel like going out. So why would somebody pay me $225? Because I know what I'm doing. Knowledge is power, no more than when you go to the dentist or any doctor. They've studied what they're doing. So you say, dog, it costs that much to get heart surgery? Yeah, because he went to school for 50 years. So he knows what he's doing. You're going to pay for that. Okay, I'm skilled at being an apostille agent. Now, full transparency, y'all know I've been working on being an apostille agent. Every year I'm getting better and better. My first goal, I think, was in 2022 to start adding them to my business. I added them. I'm doing much better with them. And you have to know, because it's like a level 1, level 2, level 3. So let's go back to the countries really quick. So, and then why somebody would pay me. So again, this particular one is going to Nicaragua. My client speaks Spanish. So to try to figure it out in English, how to get this process done correctly is a challenge for him. So he's paying me for my skill set. So now I've printed the document, advise the client on what the process looks like. And in addition to that, now I have to get in my car. I have to drive into Atlanta. Okay. I have to wait in line, normally not that long, wait in line for them to process it, give it back to me. Because again, notaries do not actually stamp the apostille. We are just a facilitator. Then I have to get back with the client to hand them the document. Now, the completed document. So $225 for, let's say, I got to drive 30 there, 30 back, meet the client. Let's say 2 hours. Okay. So I put 15 minutes. It really wasn't clickbait because technically, I mean, for 15 minutes, I got one piece of paper. I'm about to make $225. That's some good money. Okay. So you also can learn how to be an apostille agent, facilitator. You'll hear all these different words on the internet. It is true, but you have to know what you're doing. You cannot just get these people's documents and pretend like you know so you can make $225 and then it gets rejected, okay? Whatever he's doing over there, maybe he's selling some property, but he's giving his cousin power of attorney to act on his behalf in Nicaragua because he's here in Georgia. Again, I can facilitate apostilles in California, all 50 states, because all you have to do is know the process, right? So the process changes just a wee bit for each state, depending on which level you're doing. We call it level 1, level 2, level 3. A level 1 is just what I'm doing here. A level 2 would be your documents going to the federal government. You've heard me talk about that a couple times. I just finished one, waiting on another one. I don't like the federal level process at all because I don't like waiting. My last document I sent up to DC took 8 weeks. 8 weeks. And my client blowing up my phone. Hey, not worrying you, but is it back yet? Hey, not wanting to bug you, but is it back yet? And that stressed me out, you know, because I want to facilitate it just as fast as he wants it done, you know, and he needs it done. So he said, well, if it don't make it back before I leave the country, then he'll have me do a different process. And that's what ended up happening. So we're still waiting on one more to come back for him. What questions do you have about apostilles? What questions do you have about apostilles? While I wait on your questions, I'll tell you about mentorship. So our mentorship program is number 1. And I'm going to say that again, it is number 1. How do I say that? How do I make that claim? You have all of your training via our video library included, weekly live workshops, plus a live chat that is 7 days a week. We try to answer. Which will help you to grow your business. And if you're stuck on an assignment as you're going through the training courses, then you can reach out. Some of the training courses that are included in the mentorship Our Notarize Like a Pro teach you how to notarize. It's not that complicated. Also, we have the Build Your Business Step by Step, where I take you step by step how to build out that business. Because once you decide you want to be a notary, most of us have not been trained on how to have a business. So I talk about the EIN, LLC, payment processing. You need to know all of that when you're starting your business, okay? What else does it cover? Because it's like 14, 15 courses. There's the loan signing agent training, where we take you step by step from the time that you get the assignment, how to take the assignment, and wrapping up the assignment. Then we actually have a full-blown apostille training in the mentorship. Angela's apostille training is also in there. It takes you step by step to do level 1, 2, and 3. There's a remote online notary. So you can check all of that out. There's no need for me to go one by one with you, but because the website is very clear. The descriptions is very clear. So please check it out. And again, we'd love to have you. It's only $47 per month. I will go ahead and address this because I get this question all the time. How are you able to offer it for $47? If you've watched me the last few weeks, my new illustration is kind of like these different cultures, how they put a kitty together and everybody helps each other. So with the payments being able to be smaller, you have a larger volume of people. That's how we're able to offer it at such a reasonable price. You know, I think somebody told me it's called so-so, and like Jamaicans, Mexicans do it, Colombians do it. It's pretty cool. So I need something, I'll take the kitty this month, the money that's been all accumulated. You need something, you take it next month, and you just help each other out. So that's kind of what this premise is. And it's also like a Netflix for notaries. You can watch at your leisure, wherever you want to hop in and start. I have it in order in which I recommend the training. It's in the way I recommend you take it, Notarize Like a Pro, the specialty, the estate planning, even it includes estate planning training. All of my trainings are included. And hopefully by Friday, I will be releasing my marketing training, okay? And full-blown marketing. I have a little piece of marketing in the pricing course. I even teach you how to price your services, because if you don't know how to price, you don't have a business. So everything literally you need is all-inclusive. When I say number one, all-inclusive, mentorship, notary, education, it's the real deal, okay? And it's just real talk. So I'm excited. So let's get some of your comments. Somebody's actually asking a question of mentorship, but they got to wait a minute because I'm live. Plus we have Angela and Alexis and Jeffrey. He'll answer questions too. Let's see really quick. Let's see. We have Afrika says, that is why I definitely need the mentorship. Yeah, join. We're here. We're not going nowhere. Mita says, I've had other memberships and this one offers a lot more value included in the membership alone. Just became a member last week. Glad I found you. Welcome, Mita. Yes, I saw your name. Yes, welcome. And we're looking forward to working with you. And this week, actually, we have 2 sessions. This week we have two sessions going on. So we always have one every week, even the weeks of the holidays. I'm doing the 23rd and the 30th this month. If you can't make it, there's the replays too. So replays are always available. But Friday night, which is the 20th, we're going to do a 2025. Let's get it. What are we doing in 2025? Let's set some goals. Let's get started. It's a perfect time. Don't wait till 2025. Let's go ahead and get the goals set right now. Let's go ahead and do it right now. And that way, when January roll around, boom, 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 you'll know what to do instead of waiting till January that you can't start till February, or March. Let's start right now. So let's go back to Letitia says, so thank you, Mita. I appreciate it. And like I said, what I deliver here on YouTube, you can only imagine what the training is like, the mentorship program. I mean, it's the real deal. I sleep at night, and I often say this. There are people who offer things, and I wonder, how are you sleeping at night knowing what you're selling? How? I sleep at night because I already know, like I said, number one, And I hesitated to say that at first, but I was like, girl, if you don't say it's number one, who else gonna say it? And actually the mentee say it all the time. It's being said right here in the chat this morning. I thank you all. I appreciate it. And that's because I really do want you to win. Now you might see a little different person over in mentorship because I want you to win. Not me. I'm not mean. But I'm like, did you look at the training video? Did you do such and such? Did you do this? Because I want you to win. If I teach you how to be a great notary, if I teach you how to fish, you're going to be the bomb.com. So can you make $225 being a apostille agent? Yes. Do you need to know what to do? Yes. Okay. Letitia says, does the mentorship include the training? Yes, it does. All inclusive. All inclusive, Letitia. It includes all of the video trainings, the library. It includes weekly live training. So yes, it includes everything, okay? Lori W's in the training. What's up? She's in mentorship. How are you, Lori? I really have to sneeze, guys. Oh, my allergies. I had a kale shake, a kale smoothie. It was good. I'm working. I still got it. My skin is actually looking a little cleaner since I've been drinking my water again. A little clearer. Not cleaner. Clearer, sorry. I've been drinking my water again, so. Okay. Letitia says, this is exciting. So happy I came across your channel. I'm happy you came across it too. Yay. So Afrika says, what if the person does not have a translator? Well, I have Spanish-speaking friends, so I'm able to call people. 1. 2, they always have somebody that can translate, Afrika. It might be a child. It might be a friend. They always have somebody. Now, there are companies that offer translation services like that, verbal, but it costs so much. So I usually, like I said, I got a couple friends, but they always have somebody in their family that can speak Spanish, somebody. And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hook up with a Spanish-speaking notary too, just to have somebody in your corner that you could, maybe have translate for you if that's a necessity. And then you just give them a little something, Be generous with people that don't mind working for you. Don't use people. If you try to use people and you figure, well, I'll just call Susanna because she speaks Spanish, and you keep calling Susanna and you'll never shoot her like a $10 donut card, Dunkin' Donut card, or $10 Starbucks card or something. I had another friend of mine, the one I've been doing apostilles for, that's moving to Dominican Republic actually. And he's just a family friend. He does he's a handyman, so he does a little bit of everything. And he speaks Spanish. So I would call him sometimes, hey, can you translate for me with this client? And he didn't mind doing it. And not at all. He did not mind doing it. But I would always shoot him like a $10 Dunkin' Donut card because I know he loved Dunkin' Donut. $10. And it don't have to be that much. He was so appreciative. He like, I love Dunkin' Donuts. And I think he ended up getting like $50 worth of Dunkin' Donuts from me. Because again, if he's helping me to make $150 or $200 or even $50, I would have made that $50 if he didn't help me translate the call. Okay. So I'm all about being fair, just as fair as I am with you all, as my clients, as notary clients, as my notary family, as my mentees. I'm equally fair in every part of my business, because if you don't treat people right, you have no business also. You have to treat your people right. So again, I'm big on, thank you. He didn't have to do that for me. I pay him for services. And some people, when they say, when he come out to your house, he charge you, right? Yes, he does, but he doesn't charge me. He's giving me business tips. He's been my number one fan. I always say I got a lot of number one fans, right? Of course, Jeffrey's my number one, but my mama was my number one. No, Jeffrey's my number 2. Okay, but now he's always been my fan. But but this person I'm talking about, he's a great family friend. And I sent him like a gift card, so electronically. So it doesn't have to be, I got to go to Dunkin' Donut and pick up a gift card. No, I send it to his telephone electronically and he gets it. So be kind to your people. Actually, I got another assignment that I forgot. Well, I didn't really forget. I was running late the other day. That's what happened. I was running late. I wasn't late to the appointment, but had I stopped to get the Starbucks gift cards that I wanted to take to this place, I would have been late for my client. So I felt terrible because I practically promised this lady I was going to bring her something next time I came in there. So I might just pop in there because it's not that far from the house. I might just pop in there and just do it. So Anyway, that's what would have happened. I would have asked a friend and just gave them something. Kiki says, hey girl, how long have you been live? What I missed? You missed a lot, Kiki, but go back into the beginning and watch it. I did a whole thing on how to do apostilles this morning, why somebody would pay you, etc., etc. Okay? And I want to hit that point one more time because I get that a lot. And I don't call the Secretary of State telling them you charge nobody no $200 for no apostille. That's not, then you take your paper down there. I'm going to take this down there and then just let them know, hey, I'm going to take this down there and let them know, hey, just hand it to them. They don't need to know nothing about my business. I don't even put my business name on my application that I take down there. Now, my client with the apostille is reaching out. So let me see what she says. Este número está repetido, sorry, no revise bien. Sería eliminar ese número de mercado porque no es necesario, yeah. Yeah, I gotta tell her though, so if she want to change the document, then it won't be valid. Oh, well, you know what? We could always have her draw a line through it. I can have her do that. I think I see what she's talking about. She don't need that number. It's one thing on her power of attorney that's incorrect, but they have to initial it. I cannot just change it. So I'll have to get to her when I finish my live. So anyway, you missed a lot, Kiki. Go back. Agreed. Capitalism can be bad or good. Yeah. So really quick, really about this part about the fee though. Don't go down there telling the Secretary of State, yeah, this man paid me. I don't even wear my shirts down there. When I go down there, I zip up my jacket. You know, typically I have on my business shirts. I don't go down there telling them my business. I go down there as a regular person, hand it to them. Again, that's not their business what you do with your business. Okay, this is two separate entities. The Secretary of State, Clark County, they just need to apostille this document, give it back to me, and then I'll go back to none better. Right now, I'm acting in the form as a courier, okay? Because sometimes we talk too much, and I know I do. When I first started calling down there, when I first trying to learn them, I'm like, yeah, I got a client. And the man was like, first thing he said, why would he pay you when it's only $3? I was like, I thought I could do this as a business. But see, he didn't know it could be a business. See? A lot of times I talked about this the other day too. People will say, well, let me call such and such for help. I keep trying to tell y'all, you need to know your business. You are the expert notary. You are the professional notary. You can't call Secretary of State and say ... because they don't know. They don't know. They will tell you cannot be a signing agent. There's no such thing as a notary signing agent in Georgia. You don't recognize the title, homie, but I am a notary signing agent because I've taken training with the National Notary Association, and all 50 states except Georgia recognize the title, maybe another couple. But the point is, I don't have to call myself that because I'm still doing the work. When I do a law modification, I'm acting as a notary signing agent. Okay. When I do a refi with the help of an attorney there, I'm acting as a notary signing agent. But Georgia says that title doesn't exist. And that's okay. It doesn't have to exist. I don't have to call myself that to get my money. Okay? Take notes. I hope you're taking notes. Are you taking notes? Okay. So Mita says, wish I had found you in Georgia. I left last year, LOL, now in Texas. Well, that's okay, Mita. We have people in our group in Texas. We teach all 50 states, as I stated earlier, because all of your documents are not going to originate in the state of Texas. This document, where did I say this document was going, people? Anybody remember? Nicaragua. Am I in Nicaragua? No. So all your documents are not going to originate in your state. You need to know how to be a great notary no matter what kind of document it is. And that's where I shine. That's why I'm the #1 notary educator. I teach you how to notarize even a piece of toilet paper. And I got the video here on the channel to prove it. Okay? So not being smug, but it doesn't matter where you're located. You need to know how to stamp that paper when it gets in front of you. And that's what I can teach you to do. Okay? Next. Lori says she's doing well. Great, great, great. Afrika says definitely. I slept on my commission and now it's time to get moving. Yeah, Afrika, you've been rocking with me for a minute, girl. What's up? What's up? Yeah. Start thinking about how you can use that commission to make some money. Panther Strike says, I'm a notary signing agent here in Georgia. Who said that? Girl, everywhere. It's in the handbook, actually. Look at the handbook. Look at the handbook. The handbook does not recognize the title. So there was a time during 23-ish, late 22, Cobb County actually had a sign on there, and it was in the Facebook group. Cobb County actually had a sign that said, if you're trying to apply for a signing agent, go home, because that does not exist. So it's true. It's true. And agree with you, Panther. I also am a notary signing agent. I am a notary signing agent in the state of Georgia. It might be on here. Let me see right quick. Can I Google it? Because I'm sitting at the computer. Notary signing agent in Georgia. Hold on, because it might be right here. Let's see. Because it's in the handbook. And our handbook is not online. If you don't have your state handbook, you need to get your state handbook. It's $10 in Georgia. But I think in the handbook it says that. What other questions can I answer for you all today right quick? Got a few more minutes before I head out. I'm just looking to see if I can see it right quick. But yeah, but it's in there though. It's in there. So I don't care. Like I said, I don't care what they call it. Just give me my money. All right. What else do we have? Anything else? Anything else before we head out? So if you missed anything with this video, again, go back, because this is going to be one that you want to hold on to. There's always a lot of information. I mean, that's just what we do. If you're not ready for mentorship, though, no worries. Start with the Start Your Notary Business book that's available for your state. I even have a book for Texas. So, Mita, check out my book, How to Start Your Notary Business in the State of Texas, okay? I got one for Alabama, California. Every state has their own book. So get that book, and that's how you can learn the business from beginning to end. And then after you kind of learn the business and kind of see, okay, I'm interested in this, and $6 investment in the ebook, $7, whatever, then you be like, okay, I think I really want to be a notary. Double back to the number one Notary Educator team, okay? And it would be our pleasure to assist you. So I'm going to head out if we don't have any more questions. Last chance for questions. We got 3 minutes. And then I'm going to go have me a cup of coffee before I go take this apostille. And then I got to reach out to my client, because she's telling me about this change on here, and I need them to come in and initial it. So, yeah, I need that. She got to come initial it. Somebody got to initial it. Actually, he needs to initial it, because it was the husband. I got to see where he is, so I'll be in touch. Okay, no other questions? Okay, well, I'm going to go handle my client, guys. As always, on behalf of Notary Life with Kimmi and Notary Educators Training Team Mentor Program, it's been my pleasure. I'll see you guys around. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to the Notary Educators with Kimmi podcast. We hope you found today's episode helpful and inspiring as you build your notary business. Don't forget to explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training notary library for more resources to expand your skills and services. Stay connected with us on YouTube at Notary Educators with Kimmi for even more tips, tricks, and industry insights. Be sure to subscribe and share this podcast with others who want to succeed in the notary field. Until next time, keep growing and learning, and take your notary business to the next level. See you soon! Don't forget, for all things notary related, visit notaryeducatorsllc.com.